Have you been thinking about doing brand deals? In 2008, iCarly predicted the biggest problem in influencer marketing, and it all started with a brand deal that flopped. I'm TJ, and today we're breaking down why you must be careful when doing brand deals. Let's get it. In the last episode, I talked about how the iCarly crew struggled to grow their audience and how they figured it out with a viral moment. Check it out after this video. Now, as we grow our brand, other brands may want to come to us wanting us to promote their product, which could be a win-win for both sides. Monetization for us, more customers for them. But we gotta be careful when deciding to work with other brands. So the iCarly squad was putting up record numbers show after show. After iCarly received its highest viewership, a shoe company called Deka Shoes, basically a fictional version of Nike, reached out to Carly, Sam, and Freddie, wanting them to promote their new shoe called the Tech Foot, a high-tech shoe which had the following features. It had Wi-Fi, it had a pedometer, and it had a foot warmer. They were sold, and as a result, they got paid big money. However, where they screwed up is they agreed without testing the product. They were so swayed by how much money they were getting from the deal, and they didn't even bother to test it out. Lesson number one: if you are going to do brand deals, please test the product first before you promote it to your audience. Please. Carly and Sam promote the Tech Foots live on iCarly, but when they actually try on the shoes, they realize that the shoes are trash. They were uncomfortable, they squeaked when you walked in them, they wiped out your whole computer if you used the Wi-Fi, and they fell apart when they got wet. Before they knew it, their audience had already went out and bought the shoes without hesitation, all because they trusted Carly and Sam. Carly and Sam broke their audience's trust by not trying out the Tech Foot before promoting it to their audience, and as a result, their viewership tanked. Lesson number two: your audience trusts you. It is your responsibility to make sure that you are not deceiving them. Now, to fix their mistake, the iCarly squad goes to the Deka headquarters to confront the Deka president about the Tech Foots. The president dismisses their comments as minor problems, but the iCarly squad tries to get out of their contract with Deka, but they are violating the terms of their contract if they do. However, they find a loophole in the contract. The contract states that they are only to talk about the Tech Foots in a positive way, which is a red flag because it doesn't allow them to provide an honest review of the shoes. iCarly then reveals the flaws of the shoes in a sarcastically positive way on the web show. And the Deka executives didn't like the fact that they discovered this loophole, so they agreed to pay them $30,000 to stop talking about the shoes entirely. So the iCarly crew technically didn't break any rules. But let's dial it back for a bit. Carly, Sam, and Freddie were too young to enter into a contract with a major corporation like Deka to begin with, unless a legal guardian like Carly's brother Spencer was present to sign the contract. So this contract should have been null and void to begin with. But you gotta consider the fact that this is a Nickelodeon show we're talking about here, so you can't always depend on logic. All right, now let's shift from Nickelodeon to the real world, because there are a few examples of brand deals gone wrong that we need to talk about. All right, so the first one, y'all remember the Fire Festival back in 2017? Yikes. The Fire Festival was supposed to be this big luxury music festival in the Bahamas. It was heavily promoted by some of the top social media influencers at the time, who did not disclose that they were paid big money to promote the festival, which was red flag number one. If you're getting paid to promote something, you need to disclose that clearly to your audience. What I like now is that if you're doing a paid sponsorship video on YouTube, you have to let YouTube know that it is a paid sponsorship when you upload the video. This creates transparency between you, YouTube, and your audience. Also, other platforms like Instagram and TikTok have their own policies in place when it comes to product placements and sponsorships. And to be honest, the age of the influencers is dying. People want to see real, authentic content from people that they can relate to, and are seeing right through what a whole lot of these influencers are doing. Now, the second red flag is that the festival did not deliver on what was promised. The Fire Festival was hyped as a luxury festival experience, with luxury accommodations, meals from celebrity chefs, and a lineup of 33 artists. However, All of these acts pulled out leading up to the event, and most of the hotels and vacation rentals were unavailable due to another event happening at the same time in the Bahamas. And instead of receiving the gourmet meals and luxury villas that the attendees were promised, they received packaged sandwiches and camped out in poorly furnished tents. Now, the lesson with this is to always deliver on what you promise. If you are providing a product or service, make sure that you deliver on what you promise to your customers. If you don't, you will lose them just like that. Now, a more recent example is the Honey extension scam. If you're unfamiliar with it, Honey is a browser extension owned by PayPal that allows you to find good deals when you're shopping online. And it was heavily promoted by top influencers. Only this time, it was both the influencers and the users getting scammed by Honey. Honey would take the affiliate revenue that influencers would get from promoting the product by swapping the influencer's link that you would click on with its own tracking link, resulting in Honey getting credit for the sale rather than a YouTuber or website that led you there. Also, Honey would not deliver on the claim that they would find every working promo code on the internet, and they collected tons of user data without their consent. Now, if you want to know more about this, I recommend you check out Megalag's video breaking this down. I'll link it in the description below. In the iCarly Tech Foots episode, fans didn't question the product. They trusted Carly and Sam. With the Fire Festival, fans trusted the influencers. With Honey, fans trusted the creators who were promoting the product. That trust is a gift. Do not take it for granted. It takes a very, very long time to even build trust with your audience. And with that trust comes responsibility. And with all of these scandals, they never tested the product before pushing it. That is a recipe for disaster. Always, always, always test the product before you promote it to your audience. That way you are not leading people astray. One bad deal makes your audience skeptical of every brand that you mention. And if you mess up, own it. Carly and Sam eventually roasted the shoes on their own show, which helped them earn their trust back. Marquez Brownlee, one of the creators who promoted Honey, owned up to his mistake. Sometimes honesty is the only fix. Now, before you say yes to any sponsorship, ask yourself, would I use this if I wasn't getting paid? Does this align with my brand and audience? And what is the long-term cost of saying yes? Don't chase the bag too fast. Your integrity matters more than money. Period. All right, to wrap this up, even though the iCarly Tech Foots episode was fictional, creators face this problem all the time when working with big name brands. If you like this video, hit that thumbs up button and subscribe for more strategies on how to build your brand. Now, if no one else told you, you matter, and you were put on this earth to be great.